guys, Piotr here. This is LiteFinance Global YouTube channel. It's my pleasure to be with you again. Today, single stock chart prediction. Well, we are going to discuss not only about the buying opportunity, but with current market turmoil, we are going to check if there is any selling opportunity, if we can take the advantage of the current market situation. So, that's the topic today. Let's jump straight into the video. So the banking sector is in trouble, and we are going to try to find a few best trading setups when it comes to the particular banks. We are going to start with the Citi. As you can see, that's the daily chart. We are going to work based on the daily charts. Citi Group. What is most important is the thing related to the broken trend line, and as you can see, we have quite nice downtrend line. There was an attempt to break this line, but the latest negative developments pushed the price lower, and we got back below the trend line. The thing is that we already seen the retest and the rejection. So as of now, taking into the consideration current price action, as long as we are below, I would say 48, the price may go lower as low as towards 40. So each and every time we are going to see the retest and rejection, it might be quite a good setup to try to go long. We also may try to consider lower levels. How low can we go? Well, if we are going to make two assumptions, either we are going to assume this is the range, 40-48, all right? In that case, we might see after the break and close below 40, we might see price to go lower as low as 32 if the situation will worsen. But if we are going to assume that we have even bigger range, something between 40-53, so $13 range, this type of the range, in that case, we may assume that even 27 could be the target. So in that case, as long as we are below 48, based on the daily close, even better, two consecutive daily close above could cancel the bearish view. The first target is around 40, the second 33, 32, and the third 27. The bearish scenario, as I mentioned, is going to be cancelled above 48 with two consecutive daily close. Now, next, let's switch to Morgan Stanley, and the situation is completely different here, all right? Because we are trading also within the range, all right? But as of now, we are far from the bottom of the range. So even if the things will worsen, I would rather in that case try to trade buying low, selling high, okay? So in that case, when it comes to the Morgan Stanley, I would rather go with the range trading where 95 could be the quite good supply level, and the demand buying level around 77, 75. So with in this particular case, looks like the Morgan Stanley is much stronger than what we've seen on the Citi. It could be also take into the consideration the pair trading, for example, long Morgan Stanley, sell and short Citi. The next one, also looking very strong, is JP Morgan. And here we are just testing the possible demand zone in between the level around 124 and 121.50. All right, also daily chart, and looks like it might be quite strong because of what we've seen in the past. That's from where we started. All right, that's where we had a problem quite a few times, and once we broke through, we are retesting. So here, as of now, I would be very cautious trying to sell it around the current level. Well, even more, I would look for eventually some kind of the short-term rally from here, and if we are going to see attempt to break lower with the quick rejection, that could be the long setup. When it comes to the short side, we might want to wait for eventually few levels. Let's discuss these levels right here, right now. It could be the retest of 132, right? Or it could be the retest of this possible liquidity, and here is going to be especially the connection between horizontal and broken rising trend line. In that case, we are talking about the level close to 143. So looks like Morgan Stanley and JP Morgan looks quite healthy, quite strong as of now. So let's have a look what we have when it comes to the Bank of America, because here is weak like the Citi. Okay, in that case, as of now, as long as we are below 30, okay, we might see much lower levels. I like this consolidation over here, and especially 50% of that consolidation. So in that case, we are talking about the levels close to 24. So if we are going to see that the price is trying to rise up and move back, okay, towards this possible supply around 30.50, maybe a little bit higher, maybe even 31.50, 32, that could be the possible supply level with the target around 24.23. And only then, if we are going to see some kind of the consolidation and positive price action, you may think about the long setup. If we are going to see strong break to the downside, then another retest from the bottom could be another nice setup with the 20 and below 20 as the possible targets when it comes to the Bank of America. So Citi and Bank of America very weak in US. JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley looks good. Let's have a look what we have in Europe, and let's start with BNP Paribas. Niagara Falls, as we see over here, and here is a consolidation, and we have a very nice level of the possible demand around mid of that consolidation. We are talking about the levels close to 45. When it comes to the supply, based on the current price action, I see the supply around 54. So in that case, anytime we are going to try to approach this 45 and we are going to see the rejection, that could be the setup to try to go short with 45, 44 as a target. Only move and close above this supply line may reopen higher levels up to 58, 59 when it comes to the BNP Paribas. Looks weak for me as of now. The next one, HSBC. Here, well, it looks a little bit better because what we are testing right now is this latest weakness. That's from here we've seen the strong move to the downside, and after the upside break we are just retesting. So I would wait for the break below 515 before trying to sell short on the retest. Otherwise, if we are going to hold this particular zone, we might see the bounce and rally from this particular level over here. And what could be the target? Well, there are two possible targets I see here. The first one is around 585, and then as well the broken trend line. Okay, in that case, closing the gap, and we are talking about the levels close to 620, 625, and that's HSBC. The next one is a Barclays, all right? And we are trying to break the latest consolidation. As you can see, we are trying to consolidate to the upside around 178 and to the downside around 140, 141. Looks like market is trying to break lower. Because we cannot move the market, we are too small fishes to move the market, we have to wait for a real break lower, okay, and then retest. And once that's going to happen, we may try to attack around 155, looking for possible move lower down towards 110 and 100 if, of course, the situation will worsen. If this level is going to hold without the breakdown, this one, we might simply see strong rally attempt to V reversal and retest levels close to 175. Okay, and that's it, guys. Be very careful if you are looking to use the current market turmoil when it comes to the banking sector. You have to do your own research, you have to do your own homework, because as you've seen, that's what I was trying to show you, not each and every bank may fall equally. So, well, try to look the weakest and try to trade on the safe way. Of course, be careful, because more news related to the money printing might be temporarily supportive, and we might see some bank rallies. With that being said, be very, very careful, stay safe, wish you great next trading session, see you around, take care, and goodbye.